Hello, loyal listeners, and thank you for tuning in to my Mods Weekly number 3. If you haven't seen my videos ever before, then you won't have noticed that this video has been quite delayed. If you have seen my videos, I'm going to go ahead and address why that is. Everyone knows the holidays are pretty busy, right? Well, mine have been too, but also a friend of mine passed away, and I've been with the family and our friends, and it's been a truly hard time. So I do sincerely apologize for the delay. But here's my video now. So to make up for that, I'm going to try to address some of the older mods that were a big deal, and of course some of the newer mods. And so we're going to kind of cover all of what's happened in the last few weeks. So this next mod that I'm going to show is the CBBE mod. So if you want to go ahead and skip that, I'm going to provide a link in the upper left hand corner. If not, just keep on watching and enjoy. Thanks, guys. Like I said, first up we have Caliente's Beautiful Bodies Enhancer, and it's of course by Caliente and Ousnius. So first of all, I want you guys to realize I'm not reviewing this solely because you can make an extremely hot girl inside of your game. I'm reviewing it because it's one of the biggest mods ever created in all of Skyrim, and it will probably be the same thing again in Fallout. Everyone loves this mod for their own reasons. I personally like it because it gives a beautiful texture to the female body and makes an amazing playable character. It fixes all the horrible things that Bethesda had done, like the crappy hands and the crappy feet. Now, I had man hands when I used the Pipboy before I installed this mod. That was just pretty ridiculous to me. I mean, Bethesda couldn't be bothered to create female hands to use on the Pipboy. That was just ridiculous. Now, there are other reasons to have this mod installed. It looks amazing with some, more risque outfits. But I hope that's not why you guys install it, and if it is, I'm not going to judge you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this mod as much as I do. Hopefully, while I was away, you guys were watching DD Productions. He's made some outstanding things, starting off with these elevators that go up to 6 stories tall. There's a walled version and a wall-less version of each elevator up to 6 stories. Now, the walled versions are kind of nice if you're doing a more indoors type settlement. The wall-less versions, I like to use them for outdoors things. So, I have no idea how this guy got this to work. This app, it boggles me. I tried to make a mod one time just to make synth grenades spawn different things. Couldn't figure it out. This guy is light years ahead of me in terms of modding. I made one mod where I changed a value for a 50 cal thing, and it was just that was the best I could do. I changed a number. This guy has made functioning bridges, elevators, and ramps. Now the ramps have no moving parts, but the bridges and the elevators both do. And right now you can see me, I'm trying to set one up, and we'll go ahead and ride up the elevator and see how that works. Now, he also has made a Build-A-Bear mod. I don't personally have that installed because I don't really care for it. I don't see too much use in it practically. But he does have these bears that he loves so much, and he seems to include them in all the mods he makes, including his newest one, Prelude to Vault 273. The bears aren't animated, but they are cute, and they are lovable, and I do enjoy them. So now you can see his bridges. When you activate them, they extend downwards, and depending on the size of the bridge that you have, if you choose the biggest one, it has this little extension that also comes out. The smallest ones just go down. There's no extension that comes out of the middle of them, and you'll see that here in just a second. But overall, this is truly outstanding. I have no idea how he did this without the Gek. DD Productions is quite honestly one of the best modders that we have right now on the Nexus, and I cannot wait to see the Vault 273 quest. He's done so well with the Prelude. It's just, I'm overwhelmed with excitement by this mod author in particular. So to wrap up DD Productions mods, we're going to go ahead and cover the stackable foundations and ramps real quick. These weren't as outstanding to me as the bridges and elevators, of course. I mean, they're just, one of them you can stack foundations, the other one's ramps. But I do think they're still really well done because he managed to make sure they had proper nav meshing, which means NPCs can use these as well, not just the player. Some things don't have proper nav meshing in mods, and that means NPCs can't use them. Like, unfortunately, they cannot use elevators, but at least you can. So if you want to put an elevator up to your room, that might be a good way to keep NPCs out. Now, everyone's had trouble with stacking foundations before, I'm sure. Well, no more. Just download his mod and it's that easy. Good job, DD. So next up, keeping along that construction theme, let's talk about Ploppable Houses. This mod was created by a guy called J. That's it, just the letter J. It's pretty much exactly what it says. It's these pre-made houses that you can just plop on down. I find one of the best spots to build them is in Sanctuary because, unlike everything else, they need to be on an extremely flat surface. And I mean, it has to be extremely flat. You'll notice I'm placing these houses down while they're in the red. So you really, if you want to do this anywhere outside of Sanctuary, you're going to want to go ahead and couple the mod with the Place in Red mod, and I'll provide the link to that as well. I've talked about Place in Red in the past, and let me just go ahead and caution you if you don't know what it is. It basically uses a program called Cheat Engine to inject a script into the game that allows you to place things while they're in the red zone. Now, the program Cheat Engine is the main concern here. Valve does not like Cheat Engine because it can be used to cheat in multiplayer games. So, if you're going to play something like CSGO or Dota 2, you need to make sure that you turn off Cheat Engine, exit the program completely, and then play your game and you'll be completely safe. Now, that's all I have to say about Cheat Engine. Ploppable Houses was a really amazing mod, and I know the author cannot do anything about how the houses are placed. That's extremely complicated, and we'll just need to wait until the get comes out. But overall, amazing job by Jay. He did truly provide us with something I think we needed. Thank you, Jay. Now, the next two mods I'm going to cover are both made by the same author. His name is Phnx. First off, we have Glowing Eyes. This is actually a really cool mod. We've had things like this in Skyrim before, and basically it just gives you these fluorescent or maybe neon glowing eyes. They have a lot of options. As you can see, I'm going to go through them now. Really just amazing job. There's not a whole lot to say about the mod, but I did think it was a really great job by Phnx. No one else had done it yet, and he was kind enough to do it. And he makes these textures himself and puts them into the game, and he does take some requests. So I hope you guys enjoy this mod and check him out. Give him a big ol' thumbs up, and we'll go ahead and see his next mod, the Unique Pipboy. So usually I wouldn't want to cover a mod this niche, but Glowing Eyes was really great, and I thought his Pipboy deserved a mention too because I like to use the cyan HUD and Pipboy coloring. Now, I notice a lot of people on the internet do too. I see pictures of people's characters and whatnot, and a lot of people seem to like the cyan HUD and Pipboy as well. So I just wanted to go ahead and throw this out there as an option for you. If you use those color combinations, then you might like this Pipboy as well. Atlas, why are we still in the Pipboy? Because some guy named Lyra Vega made all my keys disappear. They're now all in this nice, convenient keyring. This mod is called Key Nuker, and it does the thing Bethesda did in Skyrim, but they, were like, fuck that, let's just make them hold all their keys and all their other shit in the same fucking category. What the fuck, Bethesda? Fuck you. Thank you, Lyra Vega, for giving me a keyring. I don't even think there's anything else I have to say to sell this mod to you. You just go get it. It's a keyring. It takes one space and gets rid of all your stupid keys. Have you ever wanted to miss every single shot that you've ever made? Do you maybe want to die repeatedly by rebel scum? In that case, you might want this helmet that grants you negative 1 billion perception and causes you to do all of that. It's the Stormtrooper Helmet by XX Death Knight 72XX. While your name is kind of weird and seems like it would be made by a 13-year-old, your mod is amazing. And for those of you who are wondering if he's going to be making any armor to come with it anytime soon, he says no, not yet. So for now, you'll want to go ahead and couple it with some synth armor and a synth uniform, and go ahead and grab a lightsaber and start working on those rebels. You might get 1 or 2 kills. Maybe you won't miss, but, you're a Stormtrooper, you're bound to die. And that wraps up this Mods Weekly. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed everything I had to show you. Now, if you really, really liked it, please drop a subscribe and check out all my future videos and maybe some of my past ones if you want to. Anyway, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you next week.